Like this video. Make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
So we are discussing about the global currency. Okay, what is the global currency we are discussing? And yesterday we discussed about the basic level currencies, where we are going to be setting the basic level currencies in the universal general currency settings. Okay. So let me continue from the global currency. What is the global currency? How it is defined? Why do you call it as a global currency? That is very, very important, because the second currency, earlier the second currency we are using as a group currency. Earlier we don't have the concept of global currency. Earlier we are using the concept of group currency. Okay, let me share my desktop to all of you.
Mahesh, one question from yesterday's session.
Yeah, please.
You said when we check real-time conversion, we don't have to evaluate GLs using FAGL_FCB.
Correct.
So can you please explain that point? I could not get it.
So normally, whenever we are posting whenever we are posting any expenses or any kind of account, okay, which is getting debited, okay, so I'm posting in a foreign currency posting, okay, so 1,000 euros we are going to be posting, okay, 1,000 euro you are posting here. So on the date of today, what is the exchange rate? Okay, date of today, for example, today is 10/05/2021. Example, I'm taking the date of today. The dollar value between the USD, okay, between the euro to USD is equal to how much is going to be? Okay, 1.2356 something is going to be. So you're posting a transaction. The transaction, what is happening? The transaction will go and update where? The transaction will go and update in a table. The transaction will go and update in a table. So we have designed AC Docker table in such a way that we have designed the AC Docker table in such a way that so all the transactions are getting updated with the universal general entry concept. Okay, see, for example, I'll show one example. Now there is a real-time currency conversion. We are going to be talking at a ledger level. Just I'm executing one transaction. Let me take one example here. Let me take any one of the examples. One second. Okay, so here SAP has designed a field. SAP has designed a field called as company code currency with the transaction currency. Company code with the currency with the transaction currency. The transaction currency and the company code currency both are same. In some examples, what is happening? The transaction currency is different and the company code currency will be the different. So we will see a real-time currency conversion setting, and these real-time currency conversion settings will be updated in the universal general entry table. This is the universal general entry table. So if you go back to the FinSec_ledger, if I take the ledger and if I go to any currency, not only one currency, if you go to any currency which was tested universally, so there is the option is very clear. The option is very clear here. It's very clear. So here, this means that in every universe, okay, in every journal entry posting, the value of each currency type is calculated and stored within the journal entry. SAP recommends to use this option in order to have the precise currency value. So what is happening earlier, because there is no option of storing the values, because there is no, okay. So whenever you are posting any foreign currency posting to the BSEC table, okay, there is no field which is going to be available. This is the foreign currency posting as on date of 05/10/2021. So the value is getting stored within the same table. So earlier the BSEC table is only maintained for the company code currency and the transaction currency, but whatever the values we are going to be posting, that is not going to be stored, because there is no option of storing the values in the BSEC table. But today in SAP S4HANA, what it is telling that to avoid that precise posting in the month-end closing foreign currency, so whatever the value as on date of 05/10/2021, that value will be stored in a separate field so that it is going to be avoiding you to post any foreign currency transaction. So if you don't select the checkbox, the value for this currency type will be 0, definitely 100%. So here the value will be 0. If I go back, here the value will be 0. If I come down here, the value will be 0. You cannot see any transaction value here. You can see the balances in the transaction currency value and the amount in the transaction currency. So I want the amount in the transaction currency, but what happened to the value in the balances? This amount will be this 0. This amount will be the 0. Why? Because I don't want to see the real-time currency conversion settings in my SAP. So when the value is getting 0 in the amount in the balances currency transaction, so you will not get actual value in the month-end closing activity, because the dollar rate or the euro rate will be the fluctuation. There will be seeing a fluctuation on every minute. Also, there will be seeing a fluctuation. So, but how do you get a real-time currency conversion setting value in the table which is getting updated at the time of posting? Because the option, what you're going to do is nothing but you're going to be selecting the checkbox so that the value of the currency type will be 0 in the universal general entry table, and you have to do a foreign currency value in the month end closing immediate step to precise the inception posting before you post the actual. So inception posting will generate a new general entry. Why do you create a one more entry? So if the value is not going to be storing here, this value, so you have to post some inception posting. What is the inception posting? What is the inception posting? Inception posting is nothing but, very, very important. Inception posting is nothing but, so today, what is the date here? Today, for example, today is the 31st/10/2021. So you are running the foreign currency valuation in the month-end closing activity. I'm right or wrong? You're doing the foreign currency valuation in the month-end closing activity. So today in the month-end closing activity, today the dollar rate between the euro is the 1.5623 something is there. But whatever the postings you have been made on 10/5/2021, the euro rate is 1.2356. So you have to do one inception posting between the current date, between the previous date, and you have to see whether the dollar value is a gain or loss. This activity you have to do. But I don't want to do this activity. Now we are going to be avoiding to post this inception posting. Why? Because this inception posting is only required for the vendors and customers when there is a realized account and the unrealized account. But why do you want this inception posting? Earlier in SAP ECC, we have to do this inception posting because there is no other option for the GL accounts. So I'm avoiding this inception posting in the month-end closing activity, so that now what the system is telling that the value of the 0 for your own currency bidding order, after this you can perform the actual foreign currency valuation. To avoid this particular entry is a mandatory, where I'm going to be selecting the system automatically. Now what it will do, it will go and store the values in the AC DOCA table for your own accounting transaction. That is the value I want to see. This is the real-time posting what I'm going to see. Clear now?
So Mahesh, we need not to post unrealized gain or unrealized loss for open item GLs?
Open item GL, it is possible. I'm talking only the normal GL. This is only for the normal GLs.
Okay.
Which doesn't have any open item account. For the vendor account, it is an open item. Customer account, it is an open item. Normal GL accounts, it is an open item. So when do you realize the open item accounts? When there is the actual transactions are getting updated. This is for the normal GL accounts. It's very clear. It's very clear. This is only for the GLs, not for any other. This is very, very important. This is only for the normal GLs here. Very, very important. Currency type, if you want to conversion currency made, this made to be pasted for the foreign currency calculated the store within the same general entry, and the SAP recommend to use this option to have the precise posting for the currency value only for the GLs, not for other accounts.
Okay, Mahesh, I got you. Thank you.
Yeah. Normally, what you will do, you will simulate and you will post the foreign currency posting. You will simulate and you will see whether the foreign currency postings are going to be happening or not. So in the customize activity, what you are going to do, you are going to be defining the valuation areas and create a new valuation area within the valuation method to create a inception posting. You're creating a valuation areas. Okay. So for example, if I come here, So you're creating the valuation methods and valuation. So we are creating one valuation area, and under the valuation area, what is the valuation method you are going to be assigning? So the method, the currency conversion should be happened to the 10. So I want the 10 should be currency evaluated in the real time. Very, very important. I want to be have the 10 currency types should be obtained in the real time. So I'm creating a valuation method. So I'm in the valuation method. In the value, if you take any one of the valuation method, I'm taking one of the valuation method has to be calculated, and it has to be always valued, and the document type should be get posted to the SCA with the exchange rate M. This is the logic which I'm going to be applying. This is very, very important. Okay. I'll show that. I'll show that. Okay. I'll show that. Okay. Now let me come back. Okay. So there is a concept called as the global currency concept. Okay. So we are coming to the global currency. Okay. Now let me take the FinSec underscore ledger screen before that. So earlier in SAP ECC, we don't have the concept of, we don't have any concept of defining the global currency for any of the company code. Now today we can see the global currency is the new second currency now. What is the second currency earlier in SAP ECC? The second currency, either you are going to be taking the group currency. Okay, so the second currency, maximum 98% will take the group currency as a second currency. Okay, now today we don't have the concept of the second currency, but the second currency we are calling it as the global currency type. What is this global currency type? Now see here. So I'm taking 4 different components. Okay. Come to the SAP ECC now. Come to the SAP ECC. Now financial accounting. Financial accounting, I'm taking as a BSEC table. Financial accounting, I'm taking it as a BSEC table. Very, very important here. When I call it as a controlling, I'm going to be taking the table called as a COEP table. When I come to the asset accounting, I'm going to be taking tables called as ANEA, okay, ANLP, ANLC, like the different tables, line item level tables are there. Okay. So when I come to the material ledger table, okay, MLHD, okay, okay, header table, MLHD. Okay, like this, I'm going to be taking the different tables. Okay. Now these all are going to be called as the line item level tables. We have a line item level tables now. So when you come to the SAP financial accounting, okay, so how many currencies are going to be supported? 3 currencies, 10, 30, and one additional currency. One additional currency. Very, very important. This is for the BSEC table. I'm talking about the BSEC table. When I come to the asset accounting also using the same tables, 10. Whatever the settings you are making to the BSEC table, the same settings we are going to be applied for the BSEC table also for the asset accounting also. Same tables. Additional currency. Very, very important. Very, very important here. Okay. And material ledger also going to be using 3 currencies. Very, very important. Material ledger also going to be using 3 currencies. Let me also open that, okay, for the better understanding. So let me also open that. Three currencies. Okay, so we are going to be using 3 currencies for the material ledger and everything. Okay, here you can see here. Okay, so this is the concept I'm going to be using now, explaining about the concept. Okay, now. Okay, see. 10, 30, any additional currency. This is in SAP SEC. Now The main important, what we are going to be calling it as a controlling. What is a controlling? A controlling is a component we are going to be using for the cost accounting. Controlling is the component we are going to be using for the cost accounting. What is the cost accounting? Controlling of the cost during a manufacturing of a product, anything, whether it is a manufacturing or a service rendered or anything. So controlling is mainly we are going to be using for internal reporting purpose, not for external reporting purpose. Internal reporting purpose we are going to be using for the internal reporting purpose only, not for the external reporting purpose. So how the cost is going to be triggered to the controlling, that is very, very important. So controlling is mainly used for cost accounting. So the cost, whatever the cost you are going to be posting in the financial accounting, example, I'm taking only one financial accounting here. So you're posting one transaction. We are posting one transaction. What type of transaction you're posting? I'm posting a transaction called as the travel expenses account debit to cash or bank account credit. This is the transaction I'm posting. Example. So here, the travel expenses account is the expenses account. It is going to be the expenses under the P&L account, and the cash or bank account is a asset account. It is going to be called as a current asset account. So it will never carry the cost. It will never carry the cost. There is only one cost account in this both the line items. That is the first one. That is going to be called as the travel expenses. So how much expenses you are posting? I'm posting about $5,000. So $5,000 is an expenses amount. Very, very important here. Very, very important. So SAP will create a document in FI. SAP will create a document in FI. Very, very important. Very, very important. So I'm creating a document or not. Whenever I'm posting any transaction in my SAP, in my financial accounting, SAP will create one FI document. FI document will be get created. Document number 101 was posted. Example, whatever may be the company code. So a document got posted. But what is the understanding here? I would like to see the cost which you have posted to this particular account. I want to see the cost should flow from FI to CO. FI to CO. So I would like to see the cost. Why? Because this is something related to the cost accounting. Travel expenses is an expenses account. It is called as a primary cost element account. So the cost should flow from FI to CO, from the FI to CO. Why? Because CO is mainly useful for cost accounting. So I cannot directly post any transactions in the controlling. The controlling will be only used for the integration of other components. We are not directly posting any cost related transactions in the controlling. It has to come from the various other modules like PP, MM, FI, SD, okay, like that. The various modules are there. So we are integrating those modules to my controlling module. Okay, we are going to be integrating with the controlling module. So whenever you're posting any cost related transactions in FI, example, I'm taking only FI now. So whenever you're posting any cost related transaction, the cost should flow from FI to CO. Definitely. The cost should flow from FI to CO. So what we are going to be using, there should be some cost carrying object that's going to be called as that is going to be called as the cost center. Okay, we are going to be using the cost center as a cost carrying object. So this cost center, what it will do, it will bring the cost from the FI and it will bring the cost to the controlling here. Okay, so the same travel expenses cost I will see here. The same, what is the how much expenses it is going to be? $5,000 is going to be the expenses amount which is coming and triggering to the controlling, and it will update in the COEP table. Very, very important. A controlling document will be get created for that particular transaction. So whenever I want to see any reports, I can go and see the reports in the controlling. So in the controlling, how many currencies they are going to be supported? Controlling will have only two currencies. One is going to be called as a 10, which is the same as your local currency. Very, very important. So when I can take 10, when I can take the controlling area currency as a 10, when there is a one-to-one relationship. When there is a one-to-one relationship. What is a one-to-one relationship? If we have only one controlling area, for example, my controlling area is a 000. Example, just like a company code, how you have created a company code, A000 is your controlling area. For one controlling area, you are assigning only one company code, that is HP10. If you don't assign the company code to the controlling area, very, very important, very, very important. If you don't assign the controlling area to the company code, the cost will not flow from the company code to the controlling area. This is one-to-one relationship. We call it as a one-to-one relationship. In this one-to-one relationship, when you are assigning one company code to one controlling area, then I don't have any problem. Why? Because your company code currency and your controlling currency both are going to be the same. That is going to be called as a 10 and 10. So your global currency will become as a 10. In this case, the global currency will become as a 10. So you can see here, this is what exactly the global currency has become as a 10. Because when you are assigning one company code to one controlling area, okay, if that is the case, if I have multiple company codes are there, Mahesh, only one controlling area, I have only one controlling area, but I have multiple company codes are there, because from all the company code, the cost should flow from the FI to CO. So I have a HP10, I have a HP20, I have a HP30, and last but not the least, I have one more company code called as a HP40. Like this, I have 4 company codes are there. Very, very important. Now, in the HP10, what is your local currency? My local currency is a USD. In the HP20, what is my local currency? It is a Great Britain pound. In HP30, what is your local currency? It is going to be called as the INR or Euro, whatever may be Euro. And the last but not the least, in this is going to be called as the EUD. You are having 4 different company codes. You are having a 4 different company codes which are falling under the same company. These are not the different companies. These are not for the different companies. Okay, these are going to be called for the same companies. So you are going to be using the different company code concept. All these company codes, what you are going to do, you are assigning to the same controlling area. You are assigning to the same controlling area. Very, very important. There is only one controlling area. I am assigning all these company codes to the same controlling area. But when you are assigning 4 different company codes, which are having the 4 different local currencies, I cannot use the controlling area, the company code currency as the same as your controlling area. Here in the first case, what is the option I use? Company code currency is same as controlling area currency. Here in the first case, the company code currency is same as your controlling area currency. No doubt. No doubt. Your company code currency is a USD. Your company code currency is a USD, and it is the local currency type called as a 10. And your controlling area currency is also USD only, because I don't have another company code, so it is going to be. So I can take the controlling area currency as a 10. I don't have any conflict here. I don't have any kind of conflict here. Very, very important. So that is the reason if you see the company code 1, if you see for the company code 1, so they are using the local currency as a 10 and the global currency type is also 10. Means this is what exactly you are assigned in the controlling area. If you see the second one for this 0014, the local currency is a 10. There will be no change in the local currency, but they are taking the global currency as a 30, not as a 10. In what case? If I'm going to be assigning the multiple company codes to one controlling area, your controlling area is only one, but you have a multiple company codes. So now, which currency type? These all are going to be called as the 10 currency type. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, these all are going to be called as my local currency. No doubt in this. No doubt in this. Now, can you directly go and assign the 10 here? Can you assign the 10 currency type to your controlling area? No. If you are going to be assigning the 10 currency type to the controlling area, if there are multiple company codes are assigned to the same controlling area, then how the system will take the 10 currency type? Because you are having a different local currency for each and every company code. So you cannot take the 10 as your controlling area currency. No. You cannot take the 10 as a controlling area currency because you are having a different company code currencies. How do you take the 10 as your controlling area currency? There should be only one currency. There should be only one currency. If I go to the OKKP, where you are going to be creating the controlling area, if I go to /O, OKKP, If I take any controlling area, for example, if I take one controlling area, for example, if I take one controlling area, here we have only one currency type. When you are creating a controlling area for the cost accounting, when the cost is getting flow from the FI to CO, when the cost is getting flow from the FI to CO, when you are creating a one controlling area, there will be only one currency type you have to assign. When we are going to be assigning one currency type, if you are assigning the currency type as a 10 means, that is one-to-one relationship. You are going to be calling it as a one-to-one relationship because only one company code is assigned to one controlling area. If I'm going to be assignment, if the assigning multiple company codes, here 21 company codes are there. You are assigning the 21 company codes. You can see 1300, 1160, 1700, 1710, 1118, So these are all the company codes. Means 21 company codes you are assigned to the same controlling area. One controlling area with the 21 company codes. If that is the case, then what currency type I had to use? You had to use the group currency here. You had to use the group currency because I cannot take the 10 here. I cannot take the 10. Why? Because it is not one-to-one relationship. It is going to be one-to-many relationship, and you have a different company code currency. Each and every company code is having a different company code currency. So which currency type should I take? You have to take the 30 as a currency type. Why? Because you cannot take 10. You should take as a 30. You should take as a 30. That is what exactly you call it as a group currency. Your group currency is a USD here, which is going to be calling it as a controlling currency. Very, very important, which you can take it as a controlling currency. Now, when I come to the universal journal entry table, so the global currency type always should be either it should be the 10 or either it should be the 30. So from where these values are getting triggered automatically, what happened to this particular company code? This company code OS01SW means this company code was not assigned to any one of the controlling area. So you're not created the controlling area, neither you're not assigned the company code to your controlling area. So that is the reason I don't see the global currency type is coming and triggering over here. Very, very important here. Very, very important here. So whenever I see any company codes, which are assigned to the controlling area, these all the company codes have been assigned to the controlling area. So whatever the currency you have assigned, in the controlling area, that currency will become your global currency. Very, very important. That currency will become the global currency. Now, in SAP ECC, we have the second currency type as a 20. In SAP ECC, I'm talking. We have a second currency type called as a 20. 20 is going to be called as a controlling area currency. We call it as a controlling area currency. Earlier, we have this currency type in SAP ECC. So we can take 20. Earlier, I'm talking in SAP ECC. We can take 20. Okay, because it is not dependent on your company code level. Why? Because there is no universal general entry concept earlier. Why? Because the FI tables are going to be triggering the BSEC table and the COEP tables are for the controlling. So earlier, either you're taking 10 or 20 or 30. Earlier, we have the currency type 20, which is called as the controlling area currency, which we call it as a controlling area currency. So here you can see here, currency type. We have a 20. This is what exactly I'm talking, controlling area currency. But this currency type we have removed in SAP S4HANA. From today onwards, you don't have to take the controlling area currency from today onwards. Very, very important, because this currency type is not available in our SAP S4HANA from today onwards. Very, very important. Why? Why? Because I'll tell you, if you are taking the 20 as a controlling area currency, example, not a 10. Example, I'm taking not a 10. Example, I'm taking a not a 10. You are taking the 20 here, means in OKKP transaction code, when you're creating the controlling area, here you are going to be taking instead of 30, what you're going to be taking. Okay, see, now there is no 20. This is an SAP S4HANA I'm talking. Now there is no 20, you can see here, 10, 30, 40, 50, and 60. There is no 20. So let us assume that you are taken the 20 here in SAP ECC. So what is happened here? So when you are creating the controlling area, when you are going to be creating the controlling area, very, very important point, very, very important point. So you are now in SAP S4HANA, you're bringing only one table from today onwards. No, there is no different line item level tables. You're bringing only one table from today onwards, which is called as the ACDOCA table, ECDOCA table. Now you can see the financial accounting postings are happening to the same table. Your controlling postings are happening to the same table. Asset accounting postings and the material ledger. Now everything is getting posted in the same table called as the ACDOCA table. So I want to make a universal currency setting to the ACDOCA table that your local currency should always will be the 10. Don't worry, your local currency, this is a default. And you can take the global currency as a 10 or 30, not as a 20. Now in SAP S4HANA, we don't have the currency type 20 at all. So we are completely removing this 20. Why? Because if I take the 20, there is a conflict is there. What is the conflict? Okay. In SAP BSEC table, we don't have the currency type 20. So we are taking the 30. In asset accounting, we don't have the 20. We are taking the 30. But in the material ledger, we don't have the 20. We are going to be taking the 30. But except in the controlling, we are going to be taking the 20 as a controlling area currency. So when you're doing the migration from ECC to SAP S4HANA, this is a roadblocker. 100% this is going to be the roadblocker for you. Because I want to remove the controlling area currency from the settings. We don't want to use the controlling area setting. So what is SAP is telling? Instead of 20, before you do the system conversion from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA, change your controlling area currency from the 20 to 30. That is what exactly SAP is telling. Now the 20 currency type is not available. You have to change the currency type 20 to 30 now. Very, very important for all the configurations, Now, when you're taking the 30, now I can see that 30 from the FI is matching with my controlling area. My asset accounting is matching with my controlling area. And the same thing, my material ledger 30 is also getting matched with your controlling area. Very, very important here. Very, 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 very important here. Very, very important. So whatever the currency you are assigning to your controlling area, very, very important. If it is a one-to-one relationship, means only one company code to the one controlling area. If that is the case, then I don't want the different company code currency. Why? Because you can use the same company code currency as your controlling area currency. That is the 10 and 10. There is no doubt, because you're not using the different company code currency concept here. But whenever you are assigning the multiple company codes to one controlling area, please, very, very important statement, when each and every company code is having a different local currency, your controlling area currency cannot be same as your company code currency. Don't, very, very important. You cannot take the 10 here. How you can take the 10? Tell me now. How you can take the 10? No, you cannot take the 10 here. If you take the 10, then which currency the system should consider as a controlling area currency, whether it is a USD or GBP or Euro or AUSD? Tell me. No, you cannot take 10. You have to take as a 30 only. There is no other option, because 20 is not available in SAP S4HANA. You have to take the 30 as your global currency. Very, very important. This is what exactly you call it as assignment of currency to the company code. And there will be a setting called as different company code currency checkbox is getting activated. Very, very important. So what is your group currency? Your group currency is going to be called as your US. So you're taking the controlling area currency as the reporting currency. In which currency? In Euro. So this currency, whatever the currency you are assigning to the controlling area, for the controlling area, how many company codes are assigned? 21 company codes are there. 1300, 1600. These are all the 20 company codes. If we go to the 20 company codes, if I see for all the 20 company codes, see here, very, very important. What is the first company code? 1300. Where is 1300? Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, 1300. Where is 1300? Here it is. Here it is. Now you can see 1300. The global currency type is getting default as a 30. Next one, what is 1600? Where is 1600? The 1600, the global currency is coming as a 30 by default. By default. So what happened to this company code? What happened to this company code? Means these company codes are not assigned to any one of the controlling area. No, you are not created, because there is no concept of using the controlling module at all. Mahesh, we don't want any controlling module to be get implemented. because we are not using any cost accounting in our SAP. We are not using, because it's a service-based industry, we don't want to use the controlling. We want only the financial accounting. We don't want to use the controlling at all. So if that is the case, you're not assigned any company code to the controlling area. You can see the global currency type is coming as a vacant over. Means there is no option. There is no field which is getting updated with any of the currency type. Means this is not assigned to any one of the controlling area. So the currency you have assigned to a controlling area, the currency which you have assigned to the controlling area, this currency will called as a global currency now in SAP S4HANA. For which table? For the AC DOCA table from today onwards. Very, very important concept. Why? Because you're bringing the financial accounting, you're bringing the financial accounting, you're bringing the asset accounting, and you're bringing the material ledger into the same table called as the AC DOCA table, where the controlling postings are also happening to the same table. If I take the controlling area currency as a 30, if I take the controlling area currency as a 20, then I have to face a lot of inconsistency in my system. Why? Because if I use the controlling area currency as the 20, why? Because FI doesn't have the 20, your asset accounting doesn't have the 20, and your material ledger doesn't have the 20 currency type. You are only using for the controlling. So if I design the AC DOCA table, if I am using the AC DOCA table as a universal general entry posting for all the components, then I need to remove the 20, and it has to be get replaced with which currency? It has to be get replaced with 30 currency. So this 30 is going to be called as a global currency now in SAP S4HANA.
Mahesh,
Yes, yes, sir.
so Mahesh, quick question. So you showed the other diagram, right? When multiple company codes with different currency assigned to one controlling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, the first one, there won't be any conversion because your currency 30 and 10 are matching. So what about second, third, and fourth? So there will be for this case also we need to keep the exchange rates, right?
Definitely. Already we are defining that exchange rates.
But not in controlling, right?
What's that?
Not in controlling, right? In the controlling module,
No. Controlling, we are not defining any exchange rates. Exchange rates are already maintained in the FI.
Okay.
Now, this is the concept of global currency. Now, when the people
Mahesh, one question here.
Yeah, please.
In controlling area setting, the base currency is 00, right? Not 10. Source currency type.
Source currency always will be the 00 only. You're absolutely right. Document currency.
Okay, right.
Source currency always will be the 10 only. You're absolutely right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Now, so this is what exactly you call it. So when they're asking in the interview, okay, what is the global currency means, don't blindly give the answer as a 30. No. Then he will ask you one more question. Then what is the 30? Then you will tell the answer is 30 is the group currency. So what is the difference between the group currency and the global currency? He will ask one more question to you then. He will make you confusion. Definitely 100% he will make you confusion. Then what is the difference between the group currency and the global currency? No, the global currency is a universal currency. Very, very important. You have to give the answer in such a way that the global currency is a universal currency in the AC DOCA table, which is defined at a controlling area level, is called as a global currency. Very, very important point. A global currency is a universal currency. Once again, I'm telling, a global currency is a universal currency which is defined at what level? Which is defined at a controlling area level. So for that controlling, when you see there is an assignment of company codes, I'm not talking about other controlling area. You can have one other controlling area, so it doesn't matter. But whenever you assign a same company codes to the same controlling area, then you can see the global currency type is coming and triggering here. What happened to other? See, for example, I'll take one example. I'll take 1000. Okay, I'll take 1000. Okay, this 1000 was not assigned to any controlling area. For example, I'll go back. Okay, see here. OKKP. I'll take the same controlling area. Okay, very, very important here. I'll go to the assignment of company codes. Now I want to assign, there is no 1000 here, example I'm taking. So I want to assign the 1000 here. I want to assign the 1000 company code. Now I'm assigning the 1000 company code to the same controlling area. Now I'll press enter. So fiscal year is different. Okay, let it be whatever may be. So, okay, the chart of accounts are going to be the different. I'll take one more company code where the chart of accounts, I want to see the same chart of account. Okay, see, for example, okay, 1 second, please, 1 second. Okay, the system is slow. Okay, I'll take. So when you are assigning, I'll show the diagram here. Okay. When you are assigning a one more company code, so it's the same controlling area is same. Earlier you have assigned 4 company codes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm assigning a one more company code. What is the company code? 1000. There is a new company code I'm going to be assigning here. So when you are assigning a new company code to the controlling area, then the global currency for this particular company code will become the 30. No? The global currency for the, because the controlling area currency was 30. So here the global currency type for the 30 is going to be the 30 here. The company code currency is the 10. No doubt in this. Company code currency always will be the 10. But the global currency for this company code setting will become as a 10. Very, very important. This is what exactly we need to understand the concept in a very detailed way. Any doubt in the global currency now? Anyone?
Mahesh, one question, quick question.
Yeah, please.
Suppose during migration.
Correct.
If a controlling area is assigned with 20.
Very good.
Then you migrate to this.
I'm coming to that point. I'm coming to that point, sir.
Okay.
I'm coming to that point. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you are not assigned that 1000 to the controlling area. So I don't see any currency settings which are going to be defaulted. Okay. Because I don't have any kind of controlling area concept. So there is only one local currency. The first currency is going to be the local currency. But Mahesh, so if the BSEC table is the live table, can I take the BSEC table currency as a 30 here? Definitely 100% you can take 30 here. Second currency you're going to be taking as a group currency in the BSEC table. Very, very important concept. In the BSEC table, when you come to the BSEC table, the first currency is a 10. No worry about that. The first currency is a 10. But the second currency is not a global. It is called as a group currency. It is called as a group currency. Don't forget this on this. Don't forget this. But when you come to the AC DOCA table, AC DOCA table, very, very important. The first currency is going to be called as a company code currency, and the second currency is not a group currency. It will be a global currency. Very, very important. Now there is a change in our SAP S4HANA. So when there is a change, when you are going to be the ECC, when I take the COEP table, when there is a change, when the controlling area currency is at 20, which is going to be called as a controlling area currency. When you're taking the controlling area currency as a 20, not as a 10, not as a 30 here. Very, very important. Not as a 10, not as a 30. You're taking the controlling area currency. Now you're doing the system conversion. Now you're doing the system conversion from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA, very, very important point. This is very, very important point. You're doing the system conversion. And what you took as a 20 here, what you took when you're taking as a 20 here in the OKKP, when you're taking in OKKP, when you're taking it as a 20 example, let's a small example. Okay, just I'm giving a small example. If you're taking a 20, which is called as a controlling area currency here, and the controlling area currency can be anything. Very, very important. It is controlling area currency can be anything. You can take INR, you can take Euro, you can take USD, you can take any currency. But if you are taking the 30 as a controlling area, it should be the default. Means 30 is always called the group currency. Where you're defining the group currency, if I go to the SCC4, you're defining the group currency at a client level. You're defining the group currency as a client level. So this is your client. And what is the group currency? The group currency is a USD. So you cannot have other options to change the currency from USD to other currency. Why? Because you are taken it as a 20. You are taken it as a 30. So when there is a 20 is there. Now, when you're doing a system conversion from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA, yes, we all know that 20 is not supported in your AC DOCA table at any time. No, it is not supported now. So what happened? Can I not do the conversion? Yes, you can do the conversion, but what is SAP is telling me, before you do the system conversion from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA, you had to change the currency type from the 20 to 30. This is the change you have to do in SAP ECC. Very, very important, my dear friends. Very, very important. So what you have to do, you had to change the currency. You should not take the 20. If you want to remain the 20 means, this is the showstopper. This is completely called as the showstopper. The system will fail to do the currency conversion from ECC to SAP S4HANA because it is a completely roadblocker for you. No, you cannot convert. It's 100% you have to change the currency to 20 to 30. And earlier the 20 currency type is euro. I'm talking in euro, but now when we are changing the currency type from the 20 to that, already postings have happened. So many postings have happened to the 20 currency type. Lot of transactions have posted. Now you're asking me to change the 20 to 30, and the 20 to 30 is automatically changing to which currency? It is changing to USD now. Now what happened now? Okay, tell me now what happened to all the postings which I already made to the 20 currency type? You're asking me to change now. Yes, I changed it. But what happened to all the postings you already made to the 20 currency type? Yes. What happened after the system conversion was successfully completed? Definitely, yes. You first complete the conversion. I'll explain that. Okay. So after the system conversion, currency conversions have been successfully completed from ECC to SAP S4HANA. SAP will give you one transaction. There is a one transaction report is there. Very, very important. So this is called as the consistency check transaction. We call it as the consistency check transaction. Okay. I'll give the transaction in the next class. Okay. Okay. You have to execute this transaction in SAP S4HANA now. After, until or unless if you don't execute, you cannot post any transactions here in SAP S4HANA. Why? Because there is a change in the currency from the 20 to 30 before you do the currency conversion. So there is a change in dates between the 20 to 30. So after you successfully migrated your system to the SAP S4HANA, there is a one transaction called as the consistency check transaction. Very, very important. That is between the controlling area to the financial accounting. So SAP will give that transaction code. You have to execute the transaction in SAP S4HANA. So automatically, once you completed the transaction, whatever the currency transactions you have made in 30, it will get automatically converted to 30 here in SAP S4HANA. Automatically after you execute the transaction. I'll give the transaction tomorrow. Okay, I had to look in my office laptop. Okay, no, there is no transaction in my personal laptop. There is option. I had to look in my office laptop because we have done some currency conversions also. So that currency, this transaction, what it will do, it will convert all your transactions made in 20 to 30. Then you can start doing posting in the AC Docker table after you do this execution. Very, very important. This is the preliminary stage.
Need to be run in ECC or HANA?
No, SAP S4HANA. Not in ECC. Not in ECC. You have to execute the transaction in SAP S4HANA because the source currency you're changing in SAP ECC, not in SAP S4HANA.
So Mahesh, Sanjeeva here. I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So basically here we're moving from 20 to 30, right, for the conversion. So at what rate that will be converted? Like the date will be the date of conversion, or
the date when you are running this transaction, whatever the date you are taking about the transaction, it will take this rate.
Okay, so basically the exchange rates will be taken, and based upon that they will be
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So basically it's not the technical.
You should explain to the client. This is what happens.
Okay.
You have to tell to the client, this is the symptom. Okay, this is one of the source shoppers. So 100%, if you don't do the currency conversion setting, the transaction values will not be get updated to the new transaction setting. So you have to explain to the client, and you have to make the exchange rate differences, and you have to post the transactions.
Okay, thank you.
So this concept is going to be called as a global currency. That is the reason. See here, when I open, see, actually the dependency, I'll show that. See here, see, I'll show the dependency here. So I'll close everything. See here, the dependency, I'll show the dependency between the controlling to the AC Docker table now. See here. See, when I come to the transaction FinSec _ ledger, see, because I don't have any dependency, directly it has opened. There is no locking mechanism. You can see here, I can open and I can make the changes. Now in the another screen, I just want to open the OKKP controlling area. Okay, I want to open the OKKP. Now it will show the locking mechanism. See here. See, it was locked. What are you telling? The data is locked by my user ID and can only be displayed. Why? Because already I opened the currency conversion settings in other screen. So you are overlapping the currency conversion setting with your controlling area, means there is a dependency, is there or not? 100% there is a dependency. So I cannot make any changes here in the controlling area until you complete your activity. I cannot make any changes here. No changes. No, I cannot make any changes here. It is grayed out. You can see it is grayed out. Until or unless if you complete this activity. Why? Because your currency settings are getting blocked to my controlling area. This is the dependency you have to see. Very, very important point. These all are considered as the important points we have to consider. So the first currency is going to be called as the local currency, and the second currency always you should talk at the global currency. Global currency is getting derived from the controlling area, and for the BSEC table, the 30 is not the global currency. 30 is always going to be called as the group currency. Don't confuse between the group currency and the global currency. Is it clear now, all of you?
Yes, Mahesh.
Understanding the system in logical is very, very important, please. Understanding the configuration and understanding the system design logical is very, very important. Don't by heart it.
So Mahesh, when we change currency type to 20 in ECC, so documents will be posted in ECC. For the
Already you posted, no sir. Already you completed lot of transactions you have posted in SAP ECC. So I'm doing the system conversion from ECC. Earlier, what I'm telling sir, earlier in SAP ECC there is no dependency on the BSEC table and the COEP table, sir. Very, very important. So whenever you see there are any actual postings are happening, whenever there are any actual postings are happening in the controlling, there I told there are two value types are there. What are the two value types in the controlling? In the beginning of the class, I told that. What are the two value types? 04 and 11. Have you forgotten, all of you?
Yeah.
You told or not?
Yeah.
One is statistical something.
Exactly. Sir, don't tell something, sir, because my heart will get hurt. Okay, so.
I mean, it's like
Tell that. One is a static. 04 is the actual, and 11 is the statistical postings. Statistical actual postings. Okay.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So now when you're posting the transactions in the COEP table and when you're posting the transaction in the BSEC table, there is no relationship I given between the COEP to the BSEC table. So you can post the transaction directly in the COEP table by using the 20. You can post the transaction directly to the 30 by using the BSEC table. There is no conflict is there between the 30 to 20 earlier. But now today you're bringing all the transaction, means you're bringing the COEP table two value types 04 and 11 to here in the BSEC table. In the what do you say, in the AC DOCA table, in the universal, you're bringing these two value types to the AC DOCA table. Then definitely the 20 will not work. 100% the 20 will not work at all. Why? Because you are bringing the GL to the same table. You are bringing the asset accounting to the same table. You are bringing the material ledger to the same table. If you're bringing all these components into the same table, if these all other component doesn't have the 20 currency type, if this all other currency component doesn't have the 20 currency type, then you cannot design your AC DOCA table as a universal general entry concept. No, because 20 is a blocker for you. 20 is the currency type which is blocking for all the components for the postings. If all other components are having the 20 means I don't have any problem. If I have 20 here, and if I have the 20 here, if I have the 20 in asset accounting, if I have 20 in variance, I don't have any problem. But do you have the second currency as a 20 currency in SAP ECC for the BSEC table? No, there is no concept of 20 at all. That is the reason we are taking as a 30. So when you're taking it as a 30, then your controlling area currency should also be 30, not as a 20.
And the timing should be on the date of migration.
Migration only, exactly.
Yeah, Mahesh, one quick question.
Yeah, yes, sir.
when we do that consistency check after changing from 20 to 30,
Correct.
so will it post only with valuation type 11 as a statistical actual posting?
After the conversion, after you do the conversion.
After the conversion. Yeah.
Exactly. Only two value types will be get updated. Remaining all the value types will be get updated in the COEP table only. I'm bringing only two value types from the COEP to the AC DOCA table. One is actual posting and the second one is statistical actual postings.
Yeah, since this is not actual posting, when you just do consistency check, so it should be like statistical actual, right?
Correct, correct, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Correct, you're absolutely right, yes. So, this is called as the concept of global currency type with other currency. Now, there are freely defined currencies are there. What is this freely defined currencies? You can go up to 8 freely defined currency for the reporting purpose, not for the transaction purpose. These first two are transaction purpose. These first two are going to be called as the transaction purpose. We are going to be using. But the remaining, whatever the currencies you are going to be updating, Mahesh. So okay, for example, if I take this company code, my local currency is a USD. And my global currency is a euro. Oh, sorry, no, this one I take. Okay, my local currency is a USD and my global currency is a euro, controlling area currency. This is what exactly control. My global currency is a euro, something like whatever maybe. Okay, because you are assigning the 30 means your 30 is a group currency. For the 30 in SSC4 you are assigned as a euro. Okay, I want to have a freely defined currencies, Mahesh. Okay, one currency I want currency type I want S1. Another one, I want S2. I want to create a new currency types, S3, like this. I want 3 currency types, Mahesh, like this. Okay, one example. S1, like this. I want 3 currency types should be get updated. S2, like that, I want, Mahesh. So, 10 is a local currency for you. So, you will get the reports in the 10. So, when I go back, 10 is always going to be called as your local currency. And what is the 30? 30 is going to be called as the group currency. What is a local currency? My local currency is the euro, Mahesh, and my group currency is, my global or group currency is, okay, USD. But I want one more currency, Mr. Mahesh, for the reporting purpose. I want to create, for example, S1. I want to create S2. I want to create S3. I want 3 different currencies now for the only for reporting purpose only. This is only for the reporting. So why do you want to use S1? This S1, I want to see the reports in GBP. S2, I want to see the reports in AUD. S3, I want to show the reports in INR. Very, very important. So these are going to be called as the freely defined currencies you are going to be making. Earlier in SAP ECC, you have only okay, where is that configuration here? Only one currency, you can take it as if additional currency. You can take only one currency as an additional currency. Earlier, there is no option of creating. Earlier, there is no option of creating the new currency types also. So earlier, you don't have the option. So if I go to the OB22/N OB22, if you take any company code, for example, so here the third currency is called as the additional currency. So you have to choose any one of the currency. Already you took the 10 and 30. 10 is the local currency, 30. So you can take 40 or 50 or 60. What is additional currency? There is no option. Either you have to take the 40 or 50. I'll tell you what is the 40 and 50 and 60. 60, we know that. Global. I'll tell you what is the 40 and 50 in the next class. Don't worry. Okay. So either you can take 40 or 50 or 60, either third currency. There is no other option. But now in SAP S4HANA, what it is telling, now you can take some additional currencies apart from the 30, 40 and 60, whatever maybe whatever. So you can create your own currency type also. You have an option to create your own currency type, and that currency type, which currency you want to, I want the GBP, I want the AUD, and I want the INR, and you can define those currencies and you can use it for the reporting purpose. So very, very important. So when I go to the FinSec_ledger, if I go to FinSec_ledger, I can create my own currency types now. Okay, you can create your own currency type. See, for example, Y1, Y9, YC, YE, Y1, okay, YL. These all are the new currency types you can see here. YI, not Y1. It's a YI. This is the Y1. So you can see these all are going to be called as some people for the practice purpose, they have created the new currency type. You can see new currency types are created, and these all should be the company code specific. Why? Because this is only for your company code, this currency type is required, not for all the other company codes. So you cannot select it as a global. It is only dependent on your company code only. So when I take the Y1, why you're creating a new currency type Y1? Because for the or Y1 or Y9. Why you're creating the Y1 or Y9? Because this Y9 I required for the reporting purpose, Mahesh. What reporting purpose? For the regrouping or for the consolidation. I want to see the consolidation report in another currency, not in the local currency or not in the group currency. So that is the reason I want a new currency type Y1, Y9. So you are selected it as a company code specific. If I go to the company code specific, which company code you want to assign? Okay, now I'll go to the new entry for my company code, Mr. Mahesh, for HP 10. What is the currency code? Y9. Where is the Y9? Here. Okay, Y9. I want to take the Y9, and which currency you want to see the reports in Y9. Very, very important. Now you have to give the currency. If you don't give the currency, all currencies are permitted. So I want to specify only for the GBP, and the source currency should not be your document currency. Source currency always should be your local currency. For the 10, it is a document currency 00. But for your freely defined currencies, whatever the currencies your currency conversion should happen between the local, that is the USD to GBP. So you're taking it as a 10 as a source currency. Now I'm assigning one currency to the Y9. That currency is going to be called as a GBP. Example. So this currency, just I'm not assigning because some people are using this company code. Okay, so I'll go to the ledger. I'll select my ledger, leading ledger. I'll go to my company code. And what I will do, for example, I will assign the Y9 here now. I will assign the Y9 here, which is called as a freely defined currency. Very, very important here. This is called as free. So like this, for your reporting purpose, you can take up to 8 freely defined currencies apart from your local currency and the global currency. 8 freely defined currencies are available in our SAP S4HANA. What happened to the ECC? What happened to your ECC? ECC is only having 2 freely defined. OB22, if you go to the OB22, there is only one additional currency which I'm going to be taking as a freely defined currency. That is going to be called as your third currency. And that third currency also you should take SAP standard currency, not your own currency type, what you have defined. Here you can see you have created your own currency type, that is Y9. And what is the Y9? What is the currency you will get the reports? GBP, Great Britain pounds. So you can take up to 8 freely defined currencies for the reporting purpose for any time. Is it clear now?
Yep.
Yes, Mahesh.
And this is not for the transactions, I'm telling. Whatever the 8 freely defined currencies you are taking, these are not for the transaction. These are only for the reporting purpose only. Please keep this point very clear to all of you. Only for the reporting. Your transactions are happening in the local currency. So when I took as a Y9 here, Y9 is the GBP, and your translation should happen between your source currency is the Y9 and your target currency you took it as a 10. 10 is nothing but local currency, which is the USD, and Y9 is the GBP. So you need to define the exchange rates between the USD to the GBP and GBP to the USD, direct quotation and the indirect quotation. Then only you will get the reports in the Y9. Simply assigning the Y9 to the company code doesn't matter. No, it will not make any sense in assigning. So have you defined the exchange rates? Because your source currency is a Y9 and your target, your target currency is the Y9 and your source currency is the 10. So have you defined the exchange rates between these two currency types? Then only you will get the report. Otherwise, you will not get any report. This is the logical one which has to be done in the SAP. So SAP is going to be giving the freely defined currencies. What is the next one? We understood the first currency, second currency. This is for the BSEC table and for the asset accounting. What is the next one? We have a concept called as a parallel accounting. That is what exactly parallel GL accounting. We have a concept of fiscal year. We have a concept of posting period. So we'll see in the next class.
So Mahesh, quick question. So when we are doing the practicals, are we touching this currency types?
Do the currency. You can create currency types and you can do the practice. Don't worry. You can do your own. Okay. Any more doubts from anybody?
One more doubt regarding currency type 20 when we change.
Yeah, please.
Postings will happen in ECC and new postings.
No, postings will never happen in ECC because already your system was converted from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. Your system, your ECC system, your ECC logical system was completely shut down. So you are using a new application called as S4 application. So your postings are happening in S4, not in ECC. So you have to do the currency settings in the ECC, sorry, in the SAP S4. The report has to be get executed in SAP S4, not in ECC.
And the configuration change should be done also in.
No, configuration change should be done in ECC. That is to changing the 20 to 30 should be done in the ECC, and your report, that is the transaction code for the currency conversion settings from the 20 to 30 should be done in SAP S4HANA after the system conversion.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.